What happened in Mali this week isn't just another attack in a troubled region. It's a coordinated, multi-city offensive that struck the capital Bamako itself, and analysts are calling it the most significant jihadist assault the country has seen in years. The questions tonight are what it means for Mali's fragile military government, for the Sahel at large, and for the broader architecture of African security. Joining me now are Sophia Reeves, our economics and markets editor, and James Chen, our geopolitical analyst. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Emma. And look, what strikes me immediately here is the sheer scale of the coordination. We're talking about simultaneous strikes across geographically dispersed targets, including the capital. And that takes planning, resources, and crucially, it takes a degree of operational unity between groups that don't always share the same agenda. JNIM and Tuareg rebels moving together. That's new, and that's alarming. From a security and governance standpoint, this is a direct referendum on whether Mali's military junta can actually protect the country it seized power to, quote, stabilize. And right now, the answer coming back from the ground is deeply troubling. The decision to expel French forces and bring in Wagner was sold domestically as a sovereignty win. But what we're seeing today suggests the security dividend simply hasn't materialized.
James, from your perspective, what does this tell us about the broader regional picture? And where does the Wagner calculation fit in here?
Well, here's the thing. Wagner's presence was always more about political consolidation for the junta than genuine counterinsurgency effectiveness. I mean, look at the trajectory. French forces operated in the Sahel for nearly a decade and couldn't break the jihadist momentum. So the idea that a few thousand Wagner paramilitaries would somehow flip that equation was always optimistic at best. What this attack really signals, I think, is that JNIM has been watching, learning, and quietly expanding its operational reach while the world's attention drifted elsewhere. And the Tuareg alignment is the detail I can't stop coming back to, because historically these are groups with competing interests, and if they've found enough common ground to launch something this coordinated, that suggests the state has become so weak it's no longer even a useful adversary to fight separately. That's a qualitatively different threat environment.
Sophia, final thought. Where does this go from here, and what's your honest assessment of the trajectory?
My assessment is that the most likely outcome is an ugly, prolonged stalemate, and that's actually the optimistic read. The junta holds Bamako, Wagner stays. The international community watches from a distance because there's no clean intervention option after the French departure, and northern and central Mali remain effectively ungoverned. What worries me is the contagion risk. ECOWAS is already weakened. Senegal and coastal West Africa have been the economic bright spots of the region, and if this instability keeps spreading westward, we're talking about a humanitarian and economic crisis that dwarfs anything we've seen so far. I don't think there's a quick fix here. The governance deficits go too deep. And I think anyone betting on a military solution alone, whether it's Wagner or anyone else, is going to be disappointed.
Thank you both. Sophia, James, really valuable analysis tonight. Appreciate it.